Gas station the long way.
The long way. How does this make you feel, white boy?
Elated.
It's like I'm in some sort of tesseract that just goes on in four-dimensional space for all eternity.
Feng Shui is about the flow of energy in a space. Many know this, but fewer know that Feng Shui starts with an understanding of the space's place. It's a little something called auspicious geography, the perfect place to build a house or whatever. In theory, you want the back of the house to be against a big mountain. This is a variation of shelter prospect theory. And you want additional mountains, lakes, or rivers around the house so it can sit comfortably in between these landforms like an armchair, with a wide expanse of land out in front. This buc-ee's is located in Richmond, Kentucky, and aside from being surrounded by flat land, it doesn't do any of that. Immediately, I know we're not dealing with a 10 out of 10 here. The building itself is interesting because it doesn't have one clear entrance. This would normally be a big no-no. After all, the principles I just went over break down if you don't know which side is the front. But dare I say it, buc-ee's pulls it off. Instead of one definitive entrance, buc-ee's has two, one facing south and one facing east. Both entrances are adorned in full regalia. The building wears them proudly and does not pick a favorite. One would expect a two-entrance setup to cause chaos with regard to the shopping process, but no. Not only are these equal and complementary entrances, they also double as exits. Each opening has a set of checkout counters, and the counters are off to the side so as to not obstruct the flow of people. Compare this to the standard supermarket design, which forces non-buyers to awkwardly walk through a judgmental blockade of registers in order to leave.
He looks like a child from the 1950s who just drank a gallon of lead paint.
Buc-ee's has a generous main aisle that connects its equal and opposite entrances. This is the central walking path of the building. This two-way esophagus is far wider than that of, say, a Walmart. The width gives customers room to breathe. They can stop to check their phones, they can linger and view goods from a distance without obstructing other customers. This keeps interpersonal friction to a minimum and generates positive qi. Like yin and yang, Buc-ee's is separated into two complementary hemispheres. The southern half of the building is reserved for Buc-ee's merchandise and decorative goods. The northern half is exclusively for food. This simple design choice goes a long way for a first-time customer like myself. It was easy to know which side I was on and thus keep track of which parking lot I came from.
It's really clean. It's really well put together. You know where everything is.
The extremely thorough signage also contributed to an experience that was utterly free of confusion. I was able to find everything I wanted without needing to speak to the staff. In management theory, this is called self-service. If you can successfully implement it in your business, it will save your team a lot of time and headaches. Usually, self-service just comes down to communication. You have to make the information so over-the-top obvious that customers have no choice but to process it. After we checked out, we realized that there were no shopping cart drop-offs in the parking lot. Walking the cart all the way back to the south entrance was a sour note on which to end the visit, and it most certainly warrants a deduction. Other deductions must be applied for the inauspiciousness of the store's location as well as the lack of a dining area. One cannot serve hot food but neglect to give people a place to eat it. It's a point of imbalance, a question without an answer, a yin without a yang. Still, for a food, merchandise, gas station megamart, Buc-ee's directs the flow of energy unexpectedly well. It manages to be jam-packed with products, yet somehow never claustrophobic. It is well maintained and well lit without ever feeling cold or lifeless, and it uses clear communication as well as simple, repetitive patterns to create a sense of predictability and comfort.
This is kaleidoscopic in nature.
Dude, I don't need gas. I do not need gas, but I'm gonna get some Buc-ee's gas. I don't need to get gas, but I'm going to get gas.
Overall, I had a pleasant and stress-free experience at this location. I give Buc-ee's a 7 out of 10 feng shui rating.